Hello youth group and welcome to our new format mini Bible thought video. After we asked you all for feedback on Thursday, we've decided to try something slightly different and see how it goes. Do let us know what you think. So first up, we've got a challenge for you. We're planning to give you a challenge each week. You've got until Thursday to enter. You can enter by getting your parents to email us your entry. And in our Zoom on Thursday, we'll show you all the entries and announce a winner. This week's challenge: how many different objects can you pile in a single stable stack? It's a simple challenge, but remember the details. Every object must be different, so no Lego towers. The stack must be stable. We want to see a photo of your pile of objects without anything holding them up. And we're looking for a single tower, no pyramids. Don't use anything breakable, and good luck. Next up, here's a reminder of what we learnt at youth group last week. We were looking at the Book of Proverbs to see what we could learn about how to be a good friend and how to be a bad friend. We talked about what this might look like, particularly in lockdown. Here is a Bible thought to chew on a bit more this week. If friendship is a good gift from God, then the best way to see what good friendship looks like is to see what kind of friend He is. We see that most clearly by looking at Jesus. When Jesus knew He was about to be arrested and taken to the cross to die, He spoke to His disciples. One of the things He talked to them about was friendship, and He said this: "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learnt from my Father I've made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you, and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name the Father will give you. This is my command, love each other." Jesus said that there is no greater love than to lay down your life for your friends, and that's exactly what Jesus was going to do on the cross. That means Jesus is the ultimate friend. He died for us. And He calls us to be His friends in verse 14. Isn't that great? We are invited to be friends with the Creator of the universe, friends with God. He doesn't look at His followers like servants who have to blindly obey without knowing what their master is up to. He treats us like friends. Jesus says He has made known to His disciples everything He learnt from His Father. When we read Jesus' words in the Bible, we get to know what God's big plan for the world is. We're not treated as servants, but as trusted friends. One of the wonderful things about friendship is that you get to choose your friends. Family can be great, but you don't get any choice about who your parents or your siblings are. They're just there. In lockdown, it might feel like they're there a bit too much. Friendship is different. Friends choose each other. And in verse 16, Jesus says that He chose His disciples. If you're a Christian, then God chose you too. God invites us to be His friends. That is mind-blowing. And Jesus doesn't just bring individual Christians one at a time to be His friends. When someone becomes a Christian, they become part of the church, God's family. That means it doesn't just matter that we know Jesus, it also matters how we relate to each other. At the start and end of this passage, Jesus tells His followers to love each other, following His example. We talked at the start about how Jesus showed His love. He died for us on the cross. So if Christian friendship follows His example, then it's going to involve sacrificial love. Real friendship will involve giving things up for the other person. Sacrificial friendship in lockdown might look like lots of different things. Maybe it's making the effort to stay in touch with someone even when it's hard work, or asking someone how they're doing if you know they're having a hard time. You could send someone a message to encourage them, or tell them something you read in the Bible that reminded you of something great about God. It can be hard to concentrate on things when there's so many internet distractions, but wouldn't now be a great time to get in the habit of praying regularly for your friends? This week, why not thank God that we are invited to be His friends, and think about how you could copy Jesus' example of sacrificial love in your friendships. Apparently, June the 8th is World Oceans Day, so Octavius is very excited. This year it's raining, and he can't go to the beach, so he's celebrating with a socially distanced indoor picnic.